Hey everybody, welcome to tonight's pour. I'm getting kind of a late start, so I'm going to go quick on this. It's the second of the two monster truck commission pieces. So I've got the El Toro Loco one is dried and I've got it taped off. I'm going to resin it here in a little bit, but I wanted to get this one painted first before I resin, and it's the Gravedigger one. So I'm going to go with a black background and some fluorescent green, and then I'm also going to do some purple in it. There's some purple on the tires and a little purple right there. So that's what I'm going to do. And so all I have to do is get the paints mixed and get the canvas leveled, and we should be able to go. So let's get started on it. All right, I got the paints mixed, so I'm going to level this canvas out. All right, it's level. The last one I did, there's some stuff in there. The last one I did looked like it was running off this way, so I lifted it up with I put a stick under there just to keep it from running off that way, and it ended up moving this way. It didn't ruin the painting by any means, but I was like, what's going on with this? Got a couple globs of, looks like Floetrol stuff in there. So I had a show yesterday in Greenfield. It's in Indiana. It's my hometown. It is actually the town I was born in. I lived there briefly when I was very young, I guess. We moved out of Indiana when I was 4. And we didn't live in Greenfield that whole time. I think we were living in Greenfield when we moved, if I remember right from what my folks told me. But anyway, it is my hometown. I don't live in Greenfield right now. I mean, I probably won't ever live in Greenfield, but I do work. That's where I do work at. So I go into Greenfield almost every day. We were in Greenfield today. Went to church. We go to church there. Today is Sunday. And be going there tomorrow morning for work. But anyway, it's my home, and I was there Saturday because of the show was in town. So I've been there every day this week. But anyway, so it was a very great show. I've done this show. It was the Pennsy Trail Art and Music Festival. This is the 4th year that I've done this show. And I've always had success at it. I only was able to do 4 shows last year during COVID, the 2020 fiasco. And the Pennsy Trail Art Music Festival was one that they did put on. So it was one of the shows I did last year, of the 4 I did. And as it wasn't as successful as the years prior, and definitely not as successful as this one this week, yesterday, but it was still a good show for me, even last year. And this year was the best show I've had there, sales wise. I sold, I think I know at least 6. I'm trying to remember if it was 6 or 7 Hot Wheels themed ones. They were a big hit. Everybody loved them. I sold my Scooby-Doo one, my Ghostbusters one. I sold 2 new ones that I had just finished up. The Bronco 4-wheeling mudding one, which I was really starting to enjoy, you know, I was really starting to enjoy that one. I liked it a lot. Probably a good thing it sold, because I probably would have kept it. And the Corvette with the silver background and the blue and gold coming out the back. And then I did sell a Harley one. I sold another USA flag one, car themed one. Trying to think what the other one was. Oh, one of my favorites that I was still taking to sell. I almost decided not to sell it, but the wife kind of convinced me to sell it, and it sold, which I wasn't too thrilled about, but I appreciated the guy that bought it. He appreciated it very much. And that's really what matters, even though I'll miss that painting. It's one of those few paintings that I'll miss. And, sorry. Gotta get this out of there. I think there's something right there. Maybe not. Maybe it's just, it looked like a clump of something in there, but it was just paint, not in there all the way. So anyway, so I appreciated, the guy appreciated it really well, so it's always good to send a painting home for somebody that really appreciates it. And I was able to sell one of my big 24 by 30 or 12 by 36 canvases, and so that's always good. I sold a 12 by 24 canvas. I sold about, I think, around 10 or so 8 by 10s. Sold some jewelry, and I've already got a commission piece off of it. You know, I've told you before, I get a lot of commission pieces, people wanting commissions. Talk to me about a commission. Can you commission this? Can I commission that? Yes, yes, yes. And I never hear from them again. Well, I got an email from somebody that wanted a commission piece. So that's probably one of the faster turnarounds of just, you know, the next day. So I was going through my collection earlier to see if I had the car. He wants a Ferrari, a red Ferrari. So I was looking online, and I really couldn't find anything that wasn't, I don't want to say cheap, but not $20 or more. It's just crazy. There's another spot that looked like there was gunk in it, and it's just, Alright, so I started looking through my collection. I found one so far. I haven't gone through all of it because I wanted to get in and paint. And it's not really the kind of Ferrari that I envision using, so I'll probably have to order one for 20 bucks and just kind of take the hit on it. I've already told him how much I want for it, so it cuts into my profit, but that's all right. But I had a good show. I met some really nice people. Really enjoyed my work. It's always good to hear those from people. Hear the compliments from people, and still love the reactions of people when they see it for the first time, the Hot Wheels ones. yeah, it's always good to hear compliments about your work and stuff. And one exciting thing that happened that I was really excited about was I met a couple ladies that own a gallery of some sort, or a place, and they have classes that to teach paintings, different styles of paintings, and they didn't have a fluid acrylic artist that they knew or would want to teach classes. And so they talked to me, and so I have taught a couple times, and I enjoyed it. So we're going to set up a we're going to set up some time for me to get in there and teach. So I might have a class once a month in it's in Greenfield there. And that's pretty exciting. For me, that's exciting. Because I've been asked a lot of times, numerous times, if I taught classes, and I always had to say no because I don't have the space for it. So just trying to see what that looks like. Yeah, I didn't have a place to really hold the classes and stuff, so this worked out pretty good. They have the space, and they're wanting me to do it about once a month if I wanted to. So I will be able to hold classes once a month. That's really exciting, really. It is. Let me drop something in it. All right, do you think it needs more purple in it? I mean, there's not a lot of purple in that car, so maybe I think that'll work. That little dot out there. So there we have it. It's I don't know, maybe just a little bit more purple down the middle. So yeah, it was a nice show. I saw some people I knew, saw some people I worked with. I had my uncle stop by. It's always nice to see him, because he lives on the East Coast and he's in town. So him and his lady friend stopped by, and they actually went and got me some food at a food vendor for me because I was the only one there and I was busy all day, so I hadn't really ate. I took a couple bottles of water and some crackers, the cheese and cracker packages, and so I had a package of crackers and cheese, but that's about it. So it was really nice of him to go get me some food. So it was, all in all, it was a good day. It wore me out pretty good. It was actually really nice weather. The last 3 years I've done the show, it's been blistering hot out, just sweating, and this one just really was like, I don't even know if it got into I didn't even get out of the 70s, and it was overcast, didn't rain on us. The wind picked up just a little bit, but not too bad. So it was a great show, and I always look forward to doing that one again next year. And then I've got two pretty big festivals coming up this month, one in September and then the really big one in October, and then I got some more in November and December. So I got a busy schedule. I'm going to be putting out more videos because I need more cars. Right now I'm doing commission pieces, but I sold enough that I want to do some more. I went to the flea market today and bought some more cars. Found some. I bought another Scooby-Doo one because I wanted to Scooby-Doo again. So, and then I got one other commission piece to do as soon as I get the Ferrari in. So probably have to order it, but we'll let this bad boy dry and then we'll be able to get it resin in a couple days, and then I got to get it to him by Wednesday or Thursday for their birthday party next weekend. So all right, we got this bad boy dried. I got it taped on the back. Again, this is a 10 by 20 canvas. I'm using Pro Marine resin. I've already got it mixed. 7 ounces for 10 by 20. If you ever need to know how many ounces to use for a canvas, I suggest you go to Art Resin Calculator. It's what I use. It tells you, punch in the size of your canvas, 8 by 8, 10 by 10, 12 by 36, 24 by 36, whatever your canvas is. It'll tell you how many ounces total So then you have to subtract or divide that by 2. And so I use 3, this, a 10 by 20 is 7 ounces. So I use 3.5 of hardener and 3.5 of the epoxy. So, and then I mixed it for a few minutes to make sure it's all mixed together, so you don't have you know, a good chunk of, I don't know if it's the epoxy or the hardener that's there's one that's real thick, kind of comes out like molasses, or I don't know, it's just, I can't remember if it's the hardener or the epoxy, I don't know. One of them is a lot more liquidy. So, and I always pour the more liquid in first and then the glumpy one last. That's just how I do it. And I mix it long enough to make sure that it's all pretty well mixed together. So, and you can pretty much tell if it's pretty well mixed. I think the directions said 3 minutes, but I rarely go 3 minutes anymore. I probably did it first, but you get used to a product and using it, and you kind of find really what you really need. I think they tell people 3 minutes just to really get a good stir on it, so it's really mixed. And that probably is a good amount of time, but I just don't think I need it, all of it. So I usually do at least 2 minutes. Two and a half minutes, just depends. All right. So we're gonna blow out all these air bubbles. You get a lot of the air bubbles when you mix the paints. So, and you don't want those air bubbles in there when it dries, or you'll see them forever. And that just bugs me to death, so I don't want to see them. So that's why I spend so much time torching it. And I have some pretty good lighting in here for some fluorescent bar type, so it gives a good glare on it, which is what you want. I kind of burned quite a bit right there, so I'm going to cover that up. I usually don't have it catch on fire. Well, I saw a little bit of fire on the canvas. I usually don't see that because I usually go pretty quick over it. I don't hold it in one spot. I'm seeing a lot of smoking on this one for some reason. This is a new jar of, or I just opened these bottles of resin. This is a new kit. Same brand, Pro Marine, but it's just a new kit because I just ran out on my last one. I don't know what it is. I always have a little bit left over from on one of them. Always seems like it has a little bit more left over than the other one does when I get down to the end. So I don't know what that's about. So I think it's because I put the more liquidy in first, and since I reuse the the measuring cups when the stuff that's I don't completely get out of the cup when I'm pouring on there. I try to scrape as much out as I can, but there's still going to be some left in there. And then it drips down, you know, slowly goes down to the bottom of the cup, and then when it dries, it just hardens, right? And so then you have a layer of hardened resin on the bottom, so then you don't have quite the same amount of, if you're using the measuring ounces on the side, which I do, if you ever resin a canvas and you want to know how much resin to use, I suggest you go to Art Resin Calculator. I'll try to put a link in the description so you can have that, and that'll take you to it, and you just type in, you know, you put in your size of your canvas, and it'll tell you exactly how many ounces. It gives you the total ounces, and then of course you have to divide that in half to get how much of the epoxy and how much of the hardener. But it'll tell you exactly how much you need, and it's accurate because I don't have a bunch left over, and I have enough to spread on there. Maybe just a little bit more, but that's good because you don't want to be shy. So this piece is done. I torch it quite a bit to get all the air bubbles out, and it's I placed the car where I want it. I turned the wheels just a little bit just to give it a little bit of movement, cocked it a little bit this way because this one actually moves. This piece does. And so this one is done, and this one's going out to a client of mine is getting this for one of his sons, and they're big monster truck fans. And these are I did a previous one was the El Toro Loco. This one is the Grave Digger, and excuse me, they'll be getting these here this week in a couple days, and I'm pretty sure they're going to like them pretty well. So if you like this video, hit the like button, leave me any comments that you want to, and as always, try to subscribe to my channel just to get it going. I think I'm at 90 subscribers now. I'd like to hit 100. That would be kind of my first real milestone, is 100 subscribers. So I'd appreciate it if you could help me out with that. Thanks for watching.